Hello, everybody. How are you doing? We are live. Okay, everybody. Here we are. We are ready. Okie dokie. Hey, our Parks. How are you? So, we have got a special show for you guys today. So, we're ready to go. This is the Walter Payton golf tournament here in Las Vegas, which is going to be the event of the summer. If you're not here, you might as well just stay where you are. Okay? You might as well just stay where you are. You're either here or you're nowhere. So, we want to make sure, hey, Tequila Casual. So Tequila Casual, you guys give us 1 minute. We're going to Hungry and Humble. We're going to bring in the Walter Payton page. We're going to bring in the Sean, our special guest, Sean Coffey, so we can introduce Sean to you. So you guys can. So you guys, aren't you coming live from the Walter Payton page? Walter? Walter, aren't you supposed to be live from the Walter Payton page, right? Not the Hungry and Humble page? I thought. Okay, guys, we're going to get, there we go. The Walter Payton. All right, so ask to join from the Walter Payton page, though. So, guys, we want to make sure that you guys make sure everyone, we're on the same page. That's so funny. So make sure you guys follow the Walter Payton Scholarship Golf page. We're going to tell you more about that. We're going to in just a minute. We're waiting for our special guest. Okay, Tequila Casual. We're going to get Sean on here first. We got a lot of background noise, guys.
All right, I'm bringing it down now.
Okay, so we're waiting on Sean Coffey. And then when Sean comes on, Sean is getting ready to come on in a minute. And then we're going to bring on Tequila Casual. This segment is brought to you by Tequila Casual. I don't know if you guys are tequila drinkers. I drink tequila every now and then when I go on vacation. But we're going to learn. We're going to learn a little bit more about tequila today. So we're going to learn a little bit more about tequila as well. We're going to meet Sean Coffey, and we're going to talk about the Walter Payton Golf Tournament. So Walter Payton Golf Tournament is August 21st and 22nd here in wonderful, sunny, hot Las Vegas. Walter,
Yeah.
you might have to turn that off for a minute till you get somewhere quiet.
Okay, I'll request back in as soon as I get into my car.
Cool. Tequila Casual, you guys can also request to join in a minute as well. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the Walter Payton Golf Tournament. And guess what, guys? If you go to our page, there is a barcode, a QR code. You can join. We would love to have you. So you can come, you can golf, you can do a foursome, you can be a sponsor if you like. We would love to have you. It's going to be celebrity golfers. Hey, John, how you doing? There's going to be a lot of celebrity golfers. Hi, Sean. Here's our special guest. So, Sean, we just need you to request to join so you can come inside. And then we need Tequila to request to join. And then the Walter Payton page will come back in as well. Hey, Demi, how are you? And as soon as Sean gets in, we're just going to get right into it. There we go. So I am super excited today. Hey, Sean, how are you?
How are you?
I'm good. Man, did we have like a great conversation yesterday, by the way, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
I mean, I think we covered everything under the sun. So we're going to clue everybody in. So first of all, guys. Huh? Oh, I thought you were talking.
No, go ahead.
So
I'm
I'm Candy. No, that's okay. I'm Candy Conda. I am a Hall of Famer, first African-American woman to own and manage my own women's pro basketball team. I am also the social media manager for the Walter Payton Scholarship Golf Tournament, which is August 21st and 22nd, coming up here in lovely Las Vegas. You have to push request to join. So you push request to join on your end, Tequila, and then we will accept you. This segment of today's celebrity interviews is brought to you by Tequila Casual. This is our first Thursday celebrity interview session, and we're going to be doing this every Thursday going forward, leading up into the August Scholarship Golf Tournament in Las Vegas here. And let me tell you guys, if you have not been out to Lake Las Vegas, if you haven't been out to that golf course, you are missing out. It is beautiful out there. They've got water out there. They've got everything. It is just amazing. The golf course is beautiful. The ambiance is beautiful. The hotel is beautiful. It has just about everything. So without further ado, Sean, do you want to introduce yourself and tell everyone who you are, and then I'll jump back in. You muted.
Okay. Here we go again. My name is Sean Coffey. I'm a former athlete. I played in college at Mizzou and had a short time in the NFL before injury. And I spent the next decade right after I went off the field as a television producer at NFL Film. So I worked with NFL Network, ESPN, just all the sports alphabet channels, everybody. And I kind of left there and went on my own. And one of my first major ventures is, what brings us here today, which is Blu-ray, the card game that was popular when I played football. I just saw how popular it was when I was a player, and just the wave that it picked up everywhere we took it and showed new people. So over a long time, we mentioned this in that conversation you talked about. I sat on this for a long time and thought somebody else would make it, and nobody ever made it. So I just took it upon myself to begin to take the steps a few years ago to getting trademark rights and things of that nature, and they were all wide open. So now here we are today, 3 months out from stepping into this new realm, through your event.
So we're going to come back to Blu-ray, because to me that is to me that's super exciting. And I don't even think a lot of these people understand what's getting ready to happen with the Blu-ray and how exciting that is. So for just a second, we're going to talk about the Walter Payton event. So you're a football guy. When you hear the name Walter Payton, what do you think of? What does that mean to you?
Sweetness first. That's the first thing pop in my head is his nickname, and it was because of the grace that he played with, and still being able to pack the barbarian effect of football. He played with such grace, yet packed power, and had a level of grit that nobody, that's almost unmatched at the running back position to this day. Maybe Adrian Peterson, about the closest to Walter Payton since. But, I mean, this guy's the Michael Jordan of running the football.
Okay. And then, so, we're doing this scholarship golf tournament. This is the 21st annual, this charitable event. We're raising money so that we can send, underserved students to college. What does that mean to you? I mean, you guys are charitable guys. You guys are also have been student athletes at one time. What does that also mean to you to actually be playing golf, to help some young students be able to go to college?
It means a lot because I didn't really get exposed to golf until I made it to the NFL. So I was the ghetto kid, even though I was coming into some money and a new career. Like the unfortunate aspect of the financially of the first half of my life, showed up even when my life was beginning to change. So to be able to make a contribution to a similar type of student and kind of give them the game that I got later in life, earlier, I think, I mean, that means a lot to me, and that's part of why I do a lot of things I do. I like to give information before the person actually makes it to the curve where they got to use it.
Okay. And so, what are you guys doing within your company to help? Are you guys also doing any types of charitable events, or do you guys, do anything, maybe once or twice a year also to help out students, or do you do any type of charitable events as well?
We actually have a brand called Balling for the Community,
Baller for the
and with the,
community.
yes, and as we taking steps to get our general contract and licensing and things like that, we're actually planning to build playgrounds, courts, and things like that all over the country.
Oh, that's wonderful. So how do people find out about the events that you do?
We do have a Instagram handle. We have social media handle at Balling for the Community, and actually, I got my other half. Got to tell you, will be able to tell you more information. That's really the conversation I had with CJ because he started it and brought me along. But that's um, that's our end of the brand where we do exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Boo-Ray in a minute.
Hmm.
But one other so what's your golf game like?
Came a long way. I gotta give I gotta give credit to my man Sterling Sharp, man. He like he saw the ghetto in me and forced me to get out on the links and like hit it. And it really it's a sort of a high that come with it once you kind of get into it and you get to crack that ball clean a couple times. You kind of get addicted to it, and that's kind of what happened to me. And my competitive nature has taken over. So now I can hit it a ton off the tee, but after that, we still got to figure out that short game. So it's developing still.
Okay, okay. So when we were talking yesterday, you were telling me about your Emmy. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got an Emmy?
Yeah, I won my first one with NFL
Talk
Hard
talk
Knocks.
up just a little bit, Sean.
Okay, I won my first Emmy with NFL Hard Knocks, and I was I was an editor, excuse me, on that one. That was my first time when I worked collectively with a group of folks to, uh, I mean, from logging all the way through editing different segments for each other that we married to make one big show. Um, that was like when I won my first one. I won a few off of Hard Knocks, but I was a part of a lot of award-winning shows, from documentaries to technical football shows to just. I like to say this: it's myself and it's another young man named Daryl Campbell, brother, and we are like 90% of what you see on sports TV today. It came from us too. So and we both are athletes. So with our sports background, he and I, and I'm not here to bring him up, but I'm just making an example. With our sports backgrounds, he and I have accumulated a lot of awards in television through having such an in-depth knowledge on the like grassroots of the subject, which is football. And my knowledge and my experience, coupled with my ability to learn something new, is really the key to how I began to win those awards.
Wow. So I'm really excited, for everything, first of all, that you've done in terms of, of your film work and, working with NFL, NFL films and, getting these Emmys because, you don't see a lot of people, you don't hear of a lot of people, getting Emmys. You see them on television, but, we're not able to touch a lot of those people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like excited to be able to like take a picture with you and say, hey, I met Sean and he's got an Emmy. That's my friend Sean. So yeah, I'm gonna be bragging, when I meet you in August in real life. So one more Walter Payton question, and then we're gonna talk about Blu-ray. So I'm from Chicago, so I grew up with the Walter Payton name in my mouth. It was a household name when you're from Chicago.
So Cleveland, it was pretty household in Cleveland. So
so for Walter Payton to be coming here, I just moved to Vegas, and for the Walter Payton event to be moving here to Vegas, I'm super excited, right? Mm-hmm. So but what does that mean, to football guys? I was looking at some old NFL films, and I was looking, and I saw that Jim Brown actually, was saying that, Walter Payton was, just not just one of the greats and one of the people that he actually, in his lifetime, felt highly of, and that Jim Brown never gave out a lot of, he never really said he ever wanted to emulate anyone or never gave out a lot of praise. And he actually praised, Walter Payton. That was one of the people that he actually praised, and that, he was not one to give out a lot of, a lot of praise to football players. So, I mean, that says a lot that Jim Brown thought so highly of Walter Payton. What do you think about that?
Yeah, because Jim was the king of running the ball arguably until Walter Payton. And for him to give it up like that, because they don't have to. Jim Brown doesn't have to give it up to anybody. So it's something in the water when they stop and do that. And I would just say, like I mentioned earlier, that grace of elegance and still that grit that personifies what football is, to couple that with his act of kindness and not jumping the line with his life on the line. Like when you can really step back and look at the whole spectrum now, because I was a kid when he did it, and it messed me up because he's one of my favorite players and an iconic football player. But to take that step back, I'm a kid, and I'm like, why won't he just save himself? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
But now as an adult and being a part of this event, like I vividly remember when this situation was happening as a child. And like when Magic made his announcement, you like, oh, Magic gonna die. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was the same feeling. But to really understand now as an adult what he did and how he did it, and it ended up costing him his life, but the act of merit in between, like, it's so honorable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, totally understand why the NFL named the Man of the Year after him. Like,
of course.
But it's really a surreal feeling to have a creation that I have, and a part of rolling it out will be a part of this man's charity and tied to his charitable legacy. I'm still processing that, seriously.
Exactly. And I mean, part of what we do is it's almost like tithing in a way, right? It's, we're giving back. We have an event on Saturday where we're giving away 100 book bags, to kids here in the Las Vegas area. They're getting 100 book bags. They're getting to meet celebrities. They're getting lunch. We want them to come just to say, hey, we're giving back to the kids that are here in the community. And I think that everybody should understand, that all is just a labor of love, to say, hey, all of us, there's probably, at the end, when this is all said and done, between, his brother, his family, and all of us that are a part of this event, there'll be probably 100 of us, that will be working feverishly to put this event on and to make sure that this event is wonderful and that it's amazing, and that, like I said, I just want everyone to know, what these type of events, what it really takes to put these events on. Because I think a lot of people think, oh, there's some magic person at the back writing this big check, right? writing this big magic number, and it's not that way. It's, you know, everybody doing their part, right?
Yep. Yeah,
right?
and you know, if you want to work under this brand, you know, with his name, people need to understand that and like really pull their weight to make everything go, you know, within the realm of the possibilities. And you know, and from what I'm seeing so far, we're working with you all so far, y'all on the, you know, y'all got it going.
So we do have some, like I said, every week, every Thursday, at the same time, 2 o'clock Central Time, we are going to have, you know, a special guest. And as more golfers, celebrities come on board, we will be bringing them on. And we've got some really big names coming up pretty soon. We will always throw a flyer out next time the day before. So it's not Sean's fault. It's kind of my fault. We'll be throwing them out the day before. Make sure you're following the Walter Payton Golf page on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Danielle, are you on the Walter Payton page?
I am on the Walter Payton page. Hi.
So yeah, so follow the page that Danielle is live on. That's our Walter Payton Golf page. And then make sure you follow Sean on his Real to Real page. So now, Sean, comes the part in the show where I'm most excited about. So, so are there 3 partners or 2 before I say what I'm getting ready to say?
All right, so we have 2 partners and, you know, and 2 managers. So
okay.
But the partners, like we talked about, and we were all on the phone yesterday.
I think you froze. Oh no,
Sean, you froze. Oh wait, Sean, you froze.
Okay.
Okay, you're back. You're back.
Yeah. So the 2 partners in the.
Okay.
Every time he talks about partners, all of a sudden he freezes. Yes. It's very interesting.
Every time he says the word partners. So I'm gonna fill in for Sean until he starts, till he gets back. So Sean is one of the sponsors also on the Walter Payton Golf Tournament. And I know, right? And
right.
Okay, so Danielle is gone too. All righty. So I don't know what is happening.
No,
everybody left. You are still there. So maybe you have to you know, I can bring you back in, I think. Let's see. You're on the Walter Payton page, right? Yeah,
it's not showing me on here?
Nope. Nope.
That's crazy because I can see you. That's weird.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure about Instagram, so on certain days.
Instagram tripping. Going back to stream there.
Yeah. Can you request again, Danielle?
Yeah, let me jump out and come back in. Hold on.
So I can request Sean. He's still here. Okay. So guys, I'm going to get started till Sean comes back. So Sean is. There you go.
Yeah.
All righty. Every time you said the word partner, it started buffering. So I was like, this must be good. Okay, there you go. So now you got. I was getting ready to start, but there you are. All right.
Okay. So, yeah. So it's 2 partners and 2 managers that are with us. So it's myself, retired NFL player C.J. Mosley, recorder artist and philanthropist, and I can run the whole list down. Waka Flocka Flame is one of our partners in heading our marketing, and Harold Mays is another one. Mr. Raspy Ross, one of our lawmen and historians, and just one of our ministers of information in everything that we do, you know. And it's us 4 that are really heading this ship, and starting with CJ and I myself. And we some young brothers that went through different walks of life, and we've gained a lot of intellect in our experiences, and we kind of bringing them together and putting our strengths together to help each other really build something special.
Okay, so let's stop a minute though, but wait. So we stopped at the partnership. So hey, so is that Gary? Is that Gary now?
Me, I'm gonna move a little bit. Hold on.
Okay, no, hold on for a minute. We're not there yet. We're still over here on the other side. Okay, so we didn't tell them what we were talking about though, Sean. So Sean is part of a group, guys, in case you didn't hear him, and it is retired player C.J. Mosley, recording artist Waka Flocka, Harold Mays, and they are the owners of a card game called Boo-Ray, right?
Yeah.
All right, Ultimate Boo-Ray, right? They're also sponsors on the Walter Payton Golf Tournament, and they will be playing a promotional version of the game on Saturday afternoon, okay? With, but we are, the whole goal is to introduce the game to everyone and introduce the app. Now, a lot of the athletes play this game already for gazillions of dollars, and they play a version of the game. But Sean and company have now patented their own version called Ultimate Boo-Ray, and Sean is going to tell us just a little bit of how this game is played. Then we're going to bring in Gary, who's going to tell us about casual tequila. By the way, Sean, are you a tequila drinker?
I don't drink too much. I live a pretty clean life in reference to what I consume. But
okay.
The right event, I may have one if the
you may have one or two. Me. So, but I'm not a tequila drinker. I don't drink anything but wine. But at this event, we're gonna have to taste the casual tequila though, because they're a sponsor, so we can at least tell them if it's good or not.
Oh no, I'm at this event. I'll be there.
Turning up? You're gonna turn up?
I won't quite use that term, but I will definitely be there to enjoy the ambiance of the environment.
But you don't want me to say you're turning up? You don't want anybody to know you're going to turn up? That'll be our secret.
You got to be there. You got to be there to see that one.
You got to be there to see it? Okay. So tell us a little bit about how the game is played right quick.
Okay.
How do you play Ultimate Boo-Ray? What do we expect?
Ultimate Boo-Ray it's really a cross between 5-card stud poker and actually playing spades once the game starts.
Okay.
With the dealer who's not active in the game, when you talk about casino style, like how we'll be playing at the event, the dealer's not active, but every player, just like poker, they keep the dealer button and it goes around the board. So 5 cards are dealt. The last card for the dealer is flipped. That card determines the trump. Just like when you play spades, any suit can be like the spade, so to speak. And that last flip determines the trump. Once you get your opportunity to either fold or stay in play. And when you stay in play, you get to exchange your cards to play favor to the trump. Try to build your hand in reference to the trump. So now, once you have that, it's 5-card spades with the same rules. You unless you have all spades, you can't lead. You can't lead with a spade or the trump suit until somebody cuts. And when you are forced, you can't play off. You have to cut if you have it. And that's like the monkey wrench in the game with 5 cards. And it really heightens the interest. The goal of the game is to get a book. You do want to win. You do want to win the hand, but the goal is to get a trick and get a book, because if you don't, you got to match the pot. And that's where the problems start when you listen to the NFL and NBA horror stories of this game. It's a lot of money on the board. Somebody's taking a risk and they don't get a book, and then they have to match what's on the table in order to be able to play again. And if it's $60,000 on the table and you don't get a book, you got to match the $60,000 plus pay your ante fee to get back in.
And isn't this is the, even though you guys, I know it has a different name, but this is that game where Gilbert Arenas actually kind of lost his career to, in this game, right? Or some version of that story. Correct. Yes.
And just to be fair, the whole point is to try to eliminate that.
Exactly.
Your bank account's involved only. If you don't have it, you can't play.
Right.
And we can't have any of these discrepancies, and no altercations, any of that.
So can I ask a question? So are you guys going to have those little gamblers anonymous messages on the app too?
we don't plan on coming into the game delivering gambling off the rip. But I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, you have to still
Yeah.
because even with in-app purchases and you
Yeah.
playing gambling style games, it can
Right.
be the same thing. So yes, definitely because I mean I'm a person of discipline and self-control, and I love going to the casino
I mean,
and
that's why
throwing.
they didn't want all these sports teams in Vegas because they didn't
Right,
want them doing gambling and having girls, having access to girls. And look at now, there's another sports team coming here every day. You know, now it's an indoor football team, and you know, baseball. Oakland A's are trying to move here.
right,
Yesterday,
right.
they're trying to leave. I mean, you know, every day somebody else is trying to. You know, we're going to have so many sports teams here. You know, we're going to have more sports teams than people here pretty soon.
Right.
So,
No,
yeah, you know.
in
But
the
anyway,
wild,
so yeah.
go
So we're
ahead.
excited to have Boo right here. I'm excited to see, you know, the game. When will the app be ready? And then we're going to talk some tequila after this.
Okay, so the app is actually in development right now. The app will probably be ready a few weeks before the event. I mean,
Okay.
we got to do about a month and a half of beta testing, and but the website will probably be up, and I'll keep you notified on that. The website will probably be ready well before the app will be, obviously, and
Okay.
we can blast that out and start getting people there. Like it'll be a tutorial on the website, things like that, so people can really get abreast to how the game goes as we roll out each phase of this.
All right. So, Sean, we'd like you to hang around. Gary is our sponsor from Casual Tequila. And,
Hmm.
you know, Casey likes to ask you a question or two. If you have to go, we understand because we don't
No,
like to
I'm
keep you
fine.
guys. Okay. So, Gary, so first of all, if you'd like to ask Sean a question, please do. And then after that, you can tell us what you'd like to tell us about Casual Tequila and why you decided to be a sponsor on the Walter Payton Scholarship Golf Tournament.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, thank you for having us on. Really appreciate the opportunity, Sean. Nice to meet you virtually.
My pleasure.
It's an amazing feat what you pulled off, getting an Emmy. That's kind of an amazing thing, coming from football to an Emmy.
Thank
I
you.
played some college football, but you know, certainly didn't win an Emmy for anything.
Thank you.
You can that same nose, you know. Anyway, I wanted to just you know, ask you what your favorite tequila was, if you have one. I know you said you don't drink a lot, but I'm sure you've had several other brands, and we appreciate taking a shot at ours during this golf tournament. But do you have a favorite?
If I had to, I guess, be cheesy, I would say Patron because I don't drink enough, and I'm not really a connoisseur. But you know, Patron got pretty popular as I became 21. You know, like so that I would have to say that, and it is a good taste, and most tequilas have a good smooth taste. But now I'm excited to really taste yours with the mindset of tasting it, like, and not being shoved a drink like, here, take this. So I'm excited. You'll be the first drink I spoke to the rep, and I'll be there to really taste what you got.
Excellent. That's great news. One important thing to mention is that tequila has certainly changed in the last 15, 20 years. You know, you got a lot of brands out there, and I know you mentioned putting something into your body. Well, let me just tell you one thing about this is our Casa's little tequila. This is what the bottle looks like. But one thing that's really important to notice about Casa's little tequila is that it's 100% organic and it's 100% kosher certified,
Really?
which is a big thing, right? We don't have any added sugars at all. And believe it or not, there's some major brands out there, one that has a very similar name but a very different bottle. And I promise you, if you take a little, put it in your hands will get sticky. And what does sticky mean?
Oh, yeah. Sugar.
Yeah. Not good for you, right? So one of the important things we wanted to mention, so when you're at the golf tournament and you're drinking our tequila, it is 100% just agave juice.
Oh, wow. That's excellent. It's funny I'm actually glad I'm getting to meet you because we're in the phase of building the tabletops for, you know, we may need to talk if you want.
Sure.
If you want a position on that, you know. Now I'm only bringing this up because I'm looking at you, but yeah, we're designing the tabletop, and we're gonna have people and sponsors on there. So
I'll just tell you a little bit about our brand, and that'll help you make a decision when you're looking at your different sponsors. But we are a somewhat new brand. Our partner and founder, Bruce Warner, came over from Mexico about 4 years ago. Never really got any traction, but he made a fantastic tequila. My wife and I met him then, and about 8 months ago or so, last July, we got involved. We're rebranding the company, and we got a new look, a new feel. The juice hasn't changed, but he never got the word out there. So we appreciate the opportunity to get the word out. And certainly, the Sweetness golf tournament, which is, golf's one of my favorite things. My wife and I play, we used to play 4 times a week, but now we have a business, so we play maybe once a month. But we can certainly get out there and then bash a golf ball around the course too, and, maybe play a few holes. But we'd love the opportunity. We're looking forward to the opportunity. I'm not exactly looking forward to melting in the heat. I will promise you that, we're Coloradans, originally, and I moved to California, so we're used to that nice, cool weather. But we'll tough it out. Anything that raises money for a great charity, great event, great foundation like Walter Payton Foundation, we're all on board.
Oh, no.
So I'd like to ask you guys a question. So now, where can you get this tequila at?
We're just getting out and distributed throughout Las Vegas. We're definitely in Southern California, LA Basin, as well as Orange County. We're in about 50, 60 restaurants. It's pretty exclusive, honestly. We're not very expensive tequila. We're going to follow kind of the Tito's model. So, Tito's has a really good product, but they keep their prices so everybody can afford it.
Yeah.
So our price is $29.99 for our silver tequila, not $55. And even our Añejo, which just won a double gold medal at the San Francisco Spirits Competition, which was held in April. And that's 100% blind tasting by 40 really picky judges that know their business, and it's a unanimous decision is how you get double gold. So this is right here is the beautiful color of our Añejo tequila, and that's obviously I've had a couple, so excuse me, but anyway.
And to your point, Tito's has done a wonderful marketing job. Whoever runs their marketing, everyone talks about Tito's, they are everywhere. They have done a wonderful, they're on the ground. Whoever does their marketing is what, I don't even drink tequila really, but I know about Tito's vodka, they do, they're on the ground.
Well, guess what? When they really got launched? Back in 2001, when they won double gold in the San Francisco World Spirits Competition.
Yeah, okay.
You guys are ahead of the curve. You're going to get Tequila Casa Azul. You're going to get Casa Azul tequila before anybody else really knows about it. So this is it's a secret. We're not meaning to be a secret, but we just haven't got there yet. And we will. We're actually are the well tequila for all the Cosmopolitan hotel venues, every one of them, and we're working on other deals in Las Vegas. You'll be announcing those within Las Vegas itself. We're available at La Padrona, as well as multiple other locations. I don't know if you've been to La Padrona. They make a fantastic mole and a fantastic, great food, really great traditional Mexican food. So, we'll certainly be at the golf tournament. We're really looking forward to it. There'll be lots of tequila flowing. You can learn a lot about tequila and how we're, moving, kind of changing the image and cleaning up the juice itself to make it a little bit healthier for people.
Well, I'm glad to know that the tequila is low on sugar, because I think everybody's kind of moving toward a healthier lifestyle. So that's really good to know. And even though Sean's not going to turn up, we're going to make sure that, we get a testimonial from Sean so he can, tell you guys like on camera what this tequila tastes like.
Please catch me early.
I know that's right. We're going to do a little bit of housekeeping before we close out, and then I'm going to ask you guys to give us some final words. So first of all, guys, the dates of the Walter Payton Scholarship Golf Tournament is August 21st and 22nd, right here in sunny Las Vegas. Make sure you bring your sunscreen, guys, because it's 91 now. So it's going to be 191 in by August 21st. So I don't want to hear you guys, crying and screaming. Just bring your sunscreen and come on out here. We're going to have all the celebrities that you can stand, okay? We're going to have all the fun that you can stand. We got everything. Las Vegas is the place to be. We got Summer League. We got draft coming up next year.
That'll be going.
We got the Pro Bowl coming here. We got the Raiders here. We got whatever it is. We got the Aces here. We got everything. Las Vegas is the new sports capital. We got racing here. We got whatever it is that you need. So, you know, you cannot sleep on Las Vegas because this is it. With that being said, guys, if you go on my page, you can actually go either on my page, the Walter Payton page. You can use your QR code and the QR code that's on there, or you can just swipe up and go directly to the website. If you have a foursome, you can go ahead and register for your foursome and make sure that you save your space now, or you can register for one or the other. There's 4 events going on for that weekend. You can also become a sponsor. You can inbox us, or you can hit me up directly if you want to be a sponsor on the event. So we hope to see you on the 21st and the 22nd. If you have some youth that you want to come out to our First Tee program, which is on Saturday, you can hit us up about that as well. So that's August 21st and 22nd right here in Las Vegas at the South Shore Golf Course, Lakes Las Vegas, which is a beautiful one of the top golf courses here in Las Vegas, and we hope to see you there. Sean, your final words before we close out?
Just thanks for having me. I'm really excited about the opportunity, and just Vegas, man. For what we're doing and this to really pop off in Vegas, I appreciate everybody involved, and I'm really excited.
Make sure you follow all of our pages. And then next week, we're going to have Sean's partner, CJ Mosley, here, same time, 2 p.m. And another sponsor will be joining us next week as well. Gary, final words about Casual Tequila. Can't hear you. Oh, well, guys.
He spilled a little bit on his phone.
I know, right? Well, guys, you can find out more about Casual Tequila. We tag them on the Walter Payton page and on the Casey Biz Boss page. I think maybe, Sean, I don't know if you picked them up on your page as well. But yeah, so I don't know. Mike is, you know, hey, it's the internet, guys. It's Instagram. You know, it's free. What can we say? Right. We didn't pay to use their medium. So yeah, they can. But we'll make sure that you get their information. We're also going to keep this video live, so you'll be able to get all of their information. Thank you guys for joining us today, and you guys have a wonderful Thursday. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye bye.